Hello everyone, and welcome back to another RPG Maker developer request. This is Lawmage Academy by Verinius. Let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, let's go ahead and start this. This is also a demo as well. Okay, that's pretty normal for RPG Maker. No. 1050. Magus Gaia, a magical country filled with both wonders and dangers. The Magisterium, a group of powerful mages, govern Magus Gaia to ensure the safety of its citizens. However, the magical creatures of Magus Gaia are too much for the Magisterium to handle alone. Lawmage Academy was then established to produce law mages to help the Magisterium protect the country. Potential students are screened by the administrators before being invited to enroll in the academy. You are one of the chosen few to be invited to Lawmage Academy. After saying farewell to your parents and making necessary arrangements, you are then transported to Lawmage Academy and led to your respective dormitories. Tomorrow is the first day of class. You decide to sleep in early tonight. Are you the new guest? I am past. It has been quite a long time since I had a visitor. Unfortunately, I can hardly see you. I am merely a book after all. Before we begin, tell me which style you prefer. This looks more like the male character, so I'll go with him. Wonderful choice. What should I call you? Sile. You know, I've started, going with the default names as opposed to putting in Game Dog for all of these. So I think I'll stick with that. Interesting name. Please indulge me in a few more questions so I can get to know you better. Which amount of items strike you the most? Oh, which among these items? Wooden sword, ball of yarn. Am I, picking my class here or something? Ball of yarn sounds interesting. This feels almost like a bard-type character. That's like a warrior, maybe? Not quite sure what Clear Mirror would be. Ball of yarn just sounds interesting. What would you do with the item? Probably just use it. Very good. Now tell me, what is the purpose of power? I'm trying to think of one most people wouldn't pick either. What does provision do? Intriguing. Now I must ask you one final question. What are your virtues? I see the word intellect here. It's weird. I always go for mage builds in these types of games, but I feel like every build is a mage build given the context of the game. Let's try this one. An honorable statement. Very well. From now on, I shall be your guide. Lawmage Academy. The academy is divided into 4 houses, grouping students according to their aptitude and personality. Foxhelm, Solstice, Visage, and Drakewood. The administrators decide that you belong to Drakewood House. This is a perfect fit for you. The Drakewoods will help you grow into an honorable lawmage who values loyalty. Before I let you go, I wish to give you one bit of advice. You are responsible for your own choices, Sile. I hope you bear this in mind at all times. Now we are ready to face what lies ahead. At the sound of 3 bells, you will wake up. Alright, there's 1. There's 2. Okay. I gotta say, I really like the aesthetic of this game so far. Everything is just a little different looking from what you'd expect from a normal RPG Maker game, and it really makes it stand out. Is the first day of class at Lawmage Academy. You remember that you promised to meet Ein in front of the main building entrance. Okay. Oh, this is... Okay, yep, okay, I got this. Can I put... Yes, I can put Always Dash on. I prefer that. There we go. Alright, that's your quest log. Got nothing equipped so far. I see a lot of elements down at the bottom. Nothing equipped. No spells so far. Wow, I just got here, I take it. Materials. Okay, it says on the itch.io page that this game apparently has a crafting system, which I'm looking forward to, because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it's been a while since I've played a game with a bona fide, just good old crafting system. I'm kind of nostalgic for them. Oh, nice. Okay, that teaches me that, yeah, that teaches me that I should, like, search everything I can. 1 or 2 extra luck. 1 defense, 1 resistant. I'm assuming resistance is, like, magical defense. Hello, call me Therese. We were just talking about shops here in the academy. I believe there's a potion shop in the Visage Gardens. I have to check it out sometimes. Hi, my friend calls me my friends call me Anra. Speaking of shops, I know there's a crystal shop in the Visage Garden too. I can't wait to have a look. Yeah, we do not have a crystal yet. How may I help you? Okay, so this is where I save. Oh, and the game auto-saves too. What else is here? What is a job? You want a job, huh? You should focus on getting through your first day for now. Okay, then. That must be like side quests and stuff. Isabel, I'm writing a letter to my friends back home to let them know how I'm doing. We can't send letters out yet, though. I think we'll be able to do that later on. My name is Danya. I'm just sitting here enjoying a cup of coffee. You can get one from the record keeper's table. I'm Saijay. Nice to meet you. We'll probably be constantly reminded to study and make our parents proud since we're in Drakewood House. Just remember that it's important to rest and have fun too. You won't learn much if you are burnt out. The name's Harold. Nice to meet you too. Now excuse me while I do some advanced reading for our classes. Let's just, like, check some bookshelves real quick. Wow, even the design of the character looks a little bit like, huh. You know, I think, like, at first glance, it's kind of obvious there's a lot of, like, Harry Potter inspiration. Because, you know, there's, like, a magic school. There are, like, 4 houses in it. I've noticed a lot of stuff coming out recently that, like, takes heavy inspiration from Harry Potter. Likely has a mix between, like, you know, folks that grew up with it, like, being inspired enough to make their own things, and also, the creator of Harry Potter not being the nicest person. That's the kindest I'll word it, but, like, it's kind of cool to see people trying to make their own, like, versions of it, though. I always like, taking inspiration from other things and, like, seeing how people, you know, make something personal out of their inspirations. Hello, my name's Oliver. Back in my village, I was taking a walk when an envelope landed smack on my face. That's how I received my invitation letter. Funny how they used wind magic to give it to us. So this is what it feels like to be at Lawmage Academy. You have a portrait, so you're probably important. I can't fail here. I can do this. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Amar, or Amari, maybe? I honestly don't like studying, but I love staying in libraries. I can't wait to see the Academy's library. A fellow candidate. I'm Alec. Did you know that we can take jobs here and make a bit of gold? How do I know? The record keeper told me about it. Yes, they are side quests. Econ. Would you know if clubs are a thing here? I would love to join one. You wish to be taken to the main building entrance. That's where I gotta go, right? I feel like I should just look around first, though. I have a bit of money, so maybe I can purchase something. Oh, characters, have, like, different dialogues. I wish I'd make friends with people from other houses, too. Maybe I should talk to people more than once, then. I'm Derv. Did you know that most Drakewoods come from prominent magic families? It's common for families to send their children to the academy in hopes of strengthening alliances through their children. My parents explicitly told me to make friends only with those who come from known magic families. To my surprise, I found out that a number of Drakewoods here received similar instructions from their parents. Okay, so it looks like I did pick a magic build. Oakwood. Yep, okay, there's a crafting system in this game. That is awesome. It's weird that that's what drew me to this above all else. I don't know. My name is Ide. Supreme Magister Drakewood is super amazing. I read books about him with stories on how inspiring he was as a leader. No wonder he became the head of the first Magisterium. And he was a dragon. Due to his influence and charisma, he was able to unite the other High Magisters to establish the Magisterium that would govern Magic Gaia. You find something shiny on the floor. Interesting. That might be an equipment. I don't know what luck does in this game yet. I know what it typically does in RPG Maker, but that that might not be what we're looking for here. I don't know how important status ailments are going to be in this. I think this is where they said I could buy stuff. Sorry, I can't let you pass. Only Visage members are allowed beyond this point. Are you interested in purchasing some crystals? Here we go. Why are there two characters there? I only have myself right now. Well, I typically love to use ice magic. Should I, like, buy one of each, maybe? Oh, it's consumable! Oh, okay, so these are, like, use items, not equipment. These crystals come from the Norling mines, so please, check Kadir's merchandise often. There might be something new waiting for you. That is important to know that shops update over time. You have a potion shop. I feel like I should buy a few of those. Okay, pretty simple stuff so far. I'm Noreen. I hear that Visage students believe that finding the right balance between work, play, and rest brings prosperity and increases overall happiness. It's a bit ironic that some Visage students use the house philosophy of balancing work and play as an excuse to be lazy and procrastinate. My name is Orla. I want to be in the Visage because a lot of rich and successful Lawmages came from the Visage house. But how come I see a lot of lazy candidates here? I hope I don't end up like that. Some Visage students told me that to work smarter, not harder. I suppose we're all about valuing efficiency, huh? You can call me Corrido. I'm so glad I got assigned to Visage House. High Magister Visage has always been a role model for me. She embodies harmony and balance, which are values I want to have in my life. Solstice Garden. Wow, there's a lot of NPCs to talk to just right off the bat. A pleasure to meet you, fellow candidate. My name is Yami. I am incredibly pleased to be assigned to Solstice House. I'm Magister Solstice. The embodiment of wisdom and intellect is my sole inspiration. Oh, how I wish to be like her someday. High Magister Solstice crafted spells that only very few people could cast. Part of the reason why Lawmages exist today is to find talented individuals who can learn these spells and use them. I wish my sister Nomi could appreciate how magnificent High Magister Solstice was. The chapel is undergoing renovations to better serve the faithful and please the divine. In the meantime, I pray for your patience and success in your classes. Blessings to you. I'm Malika. I noticed that Solstice students kept telling each other to study, study, study. Whatever happened to having fun in the academy or going on exciting adventures? Okay, so, like, these are the 4 houses right here. Oh, this must be where I have to go. There is, like, one other Yeah, Foxhelm. Might as well talk to folks here, too. Okay, that's their house. You can call me Shaka. I'm happy to be assigned to Foxhelm House and all, but I don't think that Foxhelms tend to be too combat-oriented. Nice to meet you, fellow candidate. I'm Nomi. We met, like, your sister earlier. I'm glad I was assigned to Foxhelm House. High Magister Foxhelm has always been my main inspiration ever since I was a kid. I wish I could be like him someday. At least you got the house you wanted. Call me Bridget. I know that Foxhelms are usually champions of justice. That's why we train hard to be strong every day. Though I notice that Foxhelms can be naive and inflexible of our values. Wow, this is the smallest area. I didn't expect a voice clip. Style. I keep wanting to say Style for some reason. Maybe I should have named him that. There you are. I've been waiting here for an hour. Why were you so late? No, I was talking to people. I guess. I talked to a book in my dream. A weird dream about a talking book. First day of class at Lawmage Academy? Man, I didn't know you were this stressed out about the first day of class. Anyway, this is it. We're finally here at Lawmage Academy. I can't wait to learn spells and meet cute girls. Hey, Sile. Remember when we were still kids? We used to play pretend like we were law mages going on adventures, right? Well, now we're here. Once we get through this, those doors or lives will never be the same again. Don't worry about it. You're right. No point worrying about it now. Well, I'm ready when you are. And we have a new party member. Now, you're wearing different clothes, so you're probably of a different house. Yeah, you're part of the Visage house. Do you have a spear? Okay. We didn't find, like, a weapon shop or anything. Is this better for you? No. Can I give... give him, like, Drake items? Oh, I can't! Actually, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That's kind of interesting. Alright, you two start with no spells. Blunt, Pierce. And I can wield anything. Defense, magic. Interesting. I shouldn't, like, read up on these right now, like... Huh? Are you a guest, an intruder, or maybe an experiment like me? This is the only way to find out. I must conduct a test of my own. Whoa! It's like side view and they have like animated sprites too. What's the difference between aura and spells? Uh-oh. Very interesting. Now I know who you are. Wait, did I do 4 damage or 0 damage? No spells, no aura skills, not even a decent potion. Maybe this is a mistake. It's not doing damage to me, it's just stealing my MP. Maybe I got a Cecil thing going on here where I have to, like, guard. Oh, that restores my magic! You have the required potential, though. Maybe this isn't a mistake after all. Only time will tell. This will be an interesting experiment indeed. I see enough. It is time for you to return. May we meet again. Huh. Are you alright? Hello. I get it, you feel overwhelmed, huh? That's totally understandable. But you can't just stand there and stare forever. We have to move forward. So how about we go to the front desk and talk to the lady over there? Maybe she can help us find our classroom and get us started. Welcome to Lawmage Academy. I am Magister Helga. Or to be more accurate, I am magical projection of Magister Helga. My job is to assist students in choosing the classes they wish to attend. The process is very simple. Every morning you may talk to me and pick one of the classes you wish to attend for that day. Note that not all classes are available forever. Some classes are only available for a limited time, so make sure you take the class you want before they are gone. Why don't you try enrolling in a class now? Oh, is this how I choose what, like, my class is, or, like, what I'm proficient in is going to be? 2 days, 1... So some of these take longer than others. Well, I already said that, I want to like, get into crafting, so I'm kind of gravitating towards this one, but I'll read the other ones first. Maneuvers for noobs. Wait. Oh! Oh, there are multiple ways to craft. Oh, there's prerequisites too. Okay, so it looks like I have to do this one first. Yeah, okay. Very well, please proceed to West Wing 1 to attend your homeroom class. Everyone here? Serious man. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let us begin. I am Lawmage Circon. I have been a Lawmage for 8 years now. 8 years, huh? And he still hasn't been promoted to Magister. He's probably still too young. I mean, most Magisters are old, right? Today I will be your homeroom professor. Homeroom is simply an introduction to the ground rules of Lawmage Academy for candidates like yourselves. Hence, you only need to take this class once. Let us begin with basic classroom rules. Personally, I only have one rule. Don't be late. Right, punctuality is the most important thing in the world for you, isn't it? That is correct. I am disappointed to see you late on your first day, candidate. Go to your seat, now. As I was saying, Lawmage Academy is an independent institute composed of the headmaster, their professors, the candidates, and the staff. Our current headmaster is the 102nd headmaster, Osborne Holcraft. He has the first say on everything we do here. According to Headmaster Osborne's curriculum, you will be staying in Lawmage Academy for 200 days, which comprises the whole school year. So I'm stuck seeing this guy's face for 200 days, huh? What a pain. During this period, you are free to choose your classes you wish to attend. However, you must complete your basic classes first. If you fail a class, you may take the same class again, provided it is still available. Passing your classes will increase your grade. This indicates your overall Lawmage performance. This is important to pass the exam days scheduled every 40 days. If you fail a single exam, you'll be expelled from the academy. We can retake classes but not exams. That's brutal. Remember that only 25% of candidates graduate as Lawmages every year. Some candidates do not graduate for various reasons, usually due to lack of discipline. Therefore, I'd advise you to maximize your time at the academy. Take as many classes as you can, while you can. That is all for homeroom class. Oh, that was quick. I almost forgot there is one rule that is strictly implemented throughout the whole academy. You are not allowed outside your house after nightfall. Anyone caught violating this rule will be summarily punished or even expelled. Class dismissed. Well, that was boring. Since we have the rest of the day off, what are you going to do? I kind of want to explore around, honestly. The academy is huge. Make sure you don't get lost, okay? Listen, we might not be in the same house, but I'm still here for you, okay? Don't be a stranger now. Well, see ya. Alrighty then. Combat, homeroom, spellcasting, item craft, potion craft, and in a blank one. That's yeah, I was gonna say that's probably Osborne. Oh. I was gonna sneak in. I see a book on the ground. Why not? Just collect everything you can, really. What? Okay, I won't question it. It is a magic world. It just feels a little weird. pick up a book, you instantly want to go to sleep. Oh, what the heck? Greetings, we finally meet each other. Is this the book from the dream? Have you forgotten already? I am your guide. Past. I promise that I will be with you for the rest of your stay here at Lawmage Academy. You seem confused. I remember you. Very good. I am pleased to know that you have not forgotten about me. You must be tired after your first day of class, so I will get to the point. As a Lawmage candidate, you have a lot of work to do. First, you must learn spellcasting and potion craft. Make sure to enroll in one of those classes tomorrow. Do you understand? I was planning to do item craft, but, like, I want to do crafting anyway, so I guess I'll do potion craft. Wait, no, you said and. Wait, no. I want to do both crafting ones. You might think this is another dream, but I must insist that it is real. Regardless, I shall remind you tomorrow about it. Don't worry. Everything will be just fine as long as I am here with you. I shall let you rest now. Until next time. Alright, day 2 out of 200 or something. Make sure to enroll in the class today. Spellcasting and potion craft. You know, given that there are 4 houses, this is probably a game that's designed to be played multiple times. Oh, can I go in the cafe? No. Can I go outside? Oh, okay, so I need combat training in order to do that. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to follow its directions. I'm gonna go for item crafting. Yeah. Lawmage Apollo. This class requires you to... Oh, come on. Do I need that for spellcasting and potion crafting too? Well, let's do combat basics then. This class requires you to have... Oh, isn't that convenient? Okay, so you can't do them out of order. Guess I'll do potion crafting then. Please proceed to West Wing 3. I thought the game was going to have, like, multiple paths. Whatever. Welcome to Potion Craft 101, dear students. I am the Academy's Potion Craft Specialist, Magister Helga. I spent years studying the rigors of potion craft under the tutelage of Isla Solrun, who is one of the current High Magisters in the Magisterium. Today I will give you the same guidance that High Magister Elia gave me when I was still a candidate like you. Follow my instructions and there will be no problems with your potions. Let us begin. In order to make potions, first you need to have the recipe. You will not be able to craft anything if you don't have the recipe. You need to have the ingredients indicated in the recipe too. That's why law mages often venture to perilous locations. Some ingredients can only be found in those areas. Professor, may I ask a question? Yes. Do we have to memorize the recipe? Must we spend days studying it like we were studying spells? No, you do not. As long as you have the recipe and ingredients, you'll be able to craft potions. Thank you, Professor. You're most welcome. Today I will be helping you craft a heal potion or mana potion. As law mages, fighting magical creatures is part of the job. When you are injured, simply use your health potion. We protect Magus Gaia using powerful magic, hence running out of mana while in a mission is simply unacceptable. Using mana potions to recover when you find yourself running low on mana. I'll be assisting you in crafting your potions for today. Later, you'll be crafting by yourself in the next item craft class. Well then, let's get started. I want you to make 5 vials of potions you choose to craft. So is this like crafting in... I don't know. I was running out of MP a lot in the one battle we did so far, so... Great work, everyone. Now you have an idea of how to craft your own potions. At this stage, you are not yet ready to craft potions without supervision. You need to pass the Item Craft Charms challenge first. I'll give you a copy of Potions Craft 1, so you can start making potions as soon as you pass that class. I hope you enjoyed today, and I look forward to seeing you again in class. Until then, dismissed. Interesting. Magister Millennia. Oh, can I talk to you now? Oh. Yeah, fine. Okay. I think I'm doing basic combat today, so if it involves fighting, I'll probably be able to do it. Okay, here we go. Good morning, candidates. Please settle down now so we can begin. I am Magister Dementrius. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I've been teaching this class for decades now, and I'm still excited to teach candidates what I know. Also, you were a Dark Elf, apparently? Interesting. I've seen many young, clueless students like you grow up to be fine Lawmages, so it's perfectly fine if you're completely new to spellcasting. So apparently there are, like, other races in this universe aside from humans. I kind of wonder why we haven't seen any. Like, everyone we've talked to so far appears to be human, so... Interesting. Today we'll be learning your very first Lawmage spell. Isn't it exciting? But before that, you must first understand what Lawmages are in our role in society. The Magisterium created the Academy to produce Lawmages who can protect the country Magis Gaia. What set a Lawmage apart from ordinary mages is that we are trained to use more powerful spells than what is normally available to ordinary mages. Actually, it is illegal for anyone other than Lawmages to use Lawmage spells. A lot of mages in prison are charged with violating this law. Professor, I have a question. Yes, that should be interesting. What is so special about Lawmage spells? Why aren't ordinary mages allowed to cast them? I figured someone here would ask that. Simply put, Lawmage spells are quite amazing. Imagine being able to cure life-threatening diseases or generating enough wind power to operate mills. With such power at your disposal, many people attempt to exploit these spells for their own personal motives. But you see, these spells were crafted by the high magisters of the Magisterium. The best ones in the field of magic. A single error could cost a life. Only those who have superior control of magic can cast these spells. As such, the Magisterium only authorized Lawmages who are given special training to use them. Thank you, Professor. I understand now. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of, hold on, what was the name of that game I played, I think, earlier this year? It was... Heroines of Swords and Spells, yeah, that one. There was, like, some lore in that game where, like, you need to be legally recognized to cast certain spells or something. Powerful. Wait, no, wow, wonderful. Well then, today you will learn your first basic Lawmage spell. Pay attention now. Your first choice is Inakua. It's a basic water spell, most effective against rock-type monsters. Unless we're going off Pokemon logic here. You can also use a spell to water some plants, quite useful. The second spell is Enheal, a basic healing spell that you can use both during and outside of battle. You can use it on yourself and other people as well. Defim spell. Small amount of damage, but lowers your enemy's physical defense. If you find yourself going against a tough enemy, then this spell might just do the trick. Now, I want you all to decide which spell you want to learn today. You could only learn one spell in this class, so choose wisely. Let's do this one. I like doing the weird choices, honestly. I do like debuffs and like status ailments, so this could be fun. Trying to base a character around this. And you obviously get multiple party members, so I can always have someone else be like the heavy hitter. Well done, everyone. I hope you all had fun learning your first Lawmage spell today. Even though you only learned basic spells today, I want you all to be proud of yourselves. Remember that it is not the spell that makes a Lawmage powerful, but one's discretion in using it. Class dismissed. Nice. Alright. Still don't know what Aura is. Maybe that's like TP or something. And also, you said to come back here at night? I should save. Glad to know you're interested. How about I let you do a bit of housekeeping? I could use some help keeping things tidy around here. I'll pay you for your troubles, of course. Think of it as a part-time job at night. What do you think? Do you want to work for a bit? Here's a cloth you can use to wipe the tables cleaned. Oh, I don't even have to do anything. Okay, I might as well do this every night then. I was expecting like a mini game or something. We had to like run around, look for like dust piles on tables, but apparently not. Hello, candidate. Not too loud. Call me traitor. Listen, I have something here that might interest you. The strange person shows you several books. Are these legal? Let's just say I am an advocate of access to knowledge. Spellbooks are meant to be studied, candidate. In my view, knowledge should not be kept from those who are interested to learn. I believe the Academy is being selfish with its knowledge. I say Headmaster Osborne is scared that students might be learning too much. That's why professors teach you only one spell at a time, and only if you go to their classes. What's worse is that you can't even retake some of the classes. Do you think that's fair? If he is being shady, just playing along with the Academy will tell him that, like, okay, don't do anything too illegal, or don't offer me to do something too illegal, you know? You may think so now, but when you're risking your life out there in the field, you'd wish you learned that one spell you decide to skip. And so I present to you my merchandise. Spells are difficult to learn by yourself, however with these spellbooks you can learn any spell you want. Each book comes with detailed instructions on how to cast them. As such, a spellbook can only teach you one spell. So I can interest you with some spell books. These things are not easy to come by, so it'll cost you 300. Do we even have that? Actually, we haven't spent any money yet, so we definitely have that. I'm going to be skipping, I feel like if this game does let me, like, choose classes after a while, I'm gonna be skipping, like, spell ones to learn more, like, potion stuff, so maybe this will help me, like, catch up a bit with, like, learning spells too, so I'll do that. For now, I can offer you 2 books. Which one do you like? Oh. Let's do the healing one. You made a wise decision. Investing in books is always a good idea. A word of caution, candidate. You may only read these books in your room. The Academy rules forbid students from possessing certain spell books. This is one of them, so you cannot get caught reading these books in public. As an additional precaution, I cast a spell on each book so that only my customers can read it. You cannot share this with anyone else. If a professor gets a hold of this, they will see a comic book instead of a spell book due to the spell I cast. But a more discerning professor will know how to see through the illusion. That's funny. Well, I suppose I'll be taking my leave. I hope to see you again next time, candidate. Troncio? I don't know. Sure. Unauthorized use of spellbooks is punishable under the Academy's rules. You should probably read this privately in your room. Oh, on the study desk. Huh? Oh, no. Am I gonna learn, like, a bad version of the spell? Oh, I gotta read it multiple times. Interesting. And that uses up a whole day as well. Interesting. Can I come out here to get, like, another 60 gold? It looks like I can. Okay, so this is like a daily allowance, I guess, or like a nightly allowance. Huh. So do I have only 200 days to, like, learn as much as I can before some big event or something? That's kind of what it feels like. That's kind of where it feels like this game is going. Oh, they also said, like, every 40 days are the exams, too. So those are probably, like big checkpoint parts. To make sure you're not just, like, playing around on, like, days you shouldn't be. Interesting. This class is a field mission, and will require you to go outside of the academy for a few days. Are you prepared to take this class? Sure. Please proceed to West Wing 4. I wonder what she's like. Isn't she famous in the Vanguard? Lawmage Zelka. I hear she's really tough and strict. While she did get to fight judges with Headmaster Osborne, I hope she doesn't treat this class as an actual war. I heard that combat basics is brutal compared to the other basic classes before her. Look at them. I bet these clowns don't have any actual battle experience yet. They do look pretty weak. It's a bit disappointing. I was expecting this batch to have candidates with more potential. At least we won't have to worry about them. Having weak classmates makes things easier for us. So these like the rivals or like bully characters? They are starting to get on my nerves. Who do they think they are? Calm down, I don't want any trouble with them. Attention! The name is Lawmage Zelka, and for today you are under my command. Today you noobs will learn how to keep your pansy asses alive out there. As a candidate, you must learn how to defend yourself before you can defend others. As such, your first mission is to go to Arashi Forest and get your lovely professor here some flowers. Is that clear? Lawmage Zelka? What? Are we going to learn any battle techniques? Alright, you can either attack or cast spells on a monster. Slice them and stab them, burn them, whatever, just kill them. Guard if you get scared. Doing so will reduce the damage you take and let you recover mana. Alternatively, you may escape if you feel like you can't handle your opponent. Your mission is to get some flowers, not die in a forest. Any other questions? Nice, good. The terms of this class are very simple. You bring me the flowers, you pass. If you don't, you fail. You must complete this mission at all costs. If you cannot even do something so simple, then you are unfit to become a law mage. Before we head out, I want you to choose a weapon in this room. Make sure you equip it before we leave. Talk to me when you're done so we can move. Clear? Good. Okay. So what do we got here? We have a staff, a sword. Okay, so let's actually have, like, the 3 basic, like, weapon types you see here. Blunt, bludgeoning, or, like, bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. Bows. That's decoration. Oh, there's only 3 choices. Alright. Are you okay with me taking that? Okay. We already have a friend who's using spears. I don't know if that friend is in here, actually. I'm not gonna talk to everyone to find out. I think I'll go with the sword. The optimize option doesn't work all the time in RPG Maker games as well as some developers seem to think it does. I once played a game where selecting that actually crashed the game too, so... I see you have your weapon now. Good. Now get back in line and wait for the others. Now that everyone has their weapon, we can proceed to Arashi Forest. I'll now cast a spell to take us there. Everyone stand still. Monstrosio! Where are we? We are at the center of Arashi Forest. Normally it would take 2 days to travel here from the Academy, however I cast a spell to transfer us all here instantly. As for your mission, I am giving you until sunset to gather some Arashi flowers. Bring them to me at once you have found them. I will then Trenzio you back to the Academy. If you fail to do so by sunset, you're going to have to walk back to the Academy for 2 days, is that clear? Oh, it's just me, okay. Nice. Uh-oh. Oh! I don't have any offensive magic. Oh! All of these custom assets and then just the enemy is just the default RPG Maker bat. Can I, like... Okay, so they don't chase after you, but you walk into them to attack them. Oh, and then the spray itself is different? I've never seen this sprite before. That's not what those bats normally look like. That is a cool dodge animation! I gotta say, I like the little, like... I like the little, Oh, that's probably one of those, like, ATB bars that, like, displays everyone. The game I just played, Starshift, had one of those. Looks really sleek here. I really like how it looks. Got an apple and a fang. And we got a level up. Oh, grades are straight up just your levels. Okay. And does levels, like, increase your stats or something? They feel a little higher. This is really cool so far. Also, 50 minutes to get to the first battle is kind of long. Just saying. Plant. Oh, speaking of Pokemon. Did they use swords in Harry Potter? I'm not really, like, a big fan of that series. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I personally always found a little surprising. Like, I don't know, like, y'all know I love medieval fantasy a lot, plus I was kind of the perfect age to grow up with it. But, like, aside from... I mean, I have seen, like, a lot of the movies growing up. But, like, aside from, like, that one Game Boy Advance game I Let's Played, like 5 years ago, that genuinely I kind of want to LP again at some point, because I don't have a fire spell. That old LP is kind of bad. There's nothing really like Harry Potter related I really got super into. I don't know. I don't know a fire spell, so I can't burn that bush over there. Maybe I could use a shard instead. Okay, so there's like Golden Sun style like magic puzzles? That's kind of cool. So if I ever find a Firestone, or whatever it's called, I should go back there. So how's my health looking? I'm a little under half, but I think I'll be good for fighting these things. They don't do too much. I know what Bat Sting does, but it can't be too bad. Okay. Actually, that's just the normal attack. $200. That's a full heal at this point in the game. And that's a save point. Glade Center and entrance. Can the sword, like, lower defense or something? Is that what that animation is? So there's, like, a croc animation sometimes when I hit enemies. Okay, so those are both crafting materials, too. God, I am really looking forward to the crafting in this game. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Clear water. It's weird, because, like, sometimes, like, areas you can examine are labeled, and sometimes they're not, which is a little inconsistent. Maybe she's going to use it as an ingredient for something, I don't know. I mean, what is this flower anyway? There are loads of flowers in this forest. Why can't you just take those? I think I read those in the wrong order. Let's go back and get that chest real quick. I don't know how much fighting I'm supposed to be doing right now, because I noticed that enemies respawn. Leather pendant. That does the same thing to me. Although I'm assuming you don't need to be a certain house in order to equip it, so that's probably better for, like, someone else if I ever get another party member. Do save points heal me? No, that's always good to test, though. The Solstice Girl is arrogant just because she knows a fire spell. Isn't she aware that my sword works just as well against those annoying plant monsters? Also, that must be what that animation is. Maybe it's like a... Okay. Also, it seems like enemies, like go towards you. should heal after this battle. Oh yeah, that's totally what that is. That's a signifier that you, like, hit a weakness or something. That's kind of cool that there seems to be a weapon triangle for both magic and weapons. That feels very in-universe. Or, like, that seems to make sense for a universe like this. So it looks like I can go right and I can go up from here. Oh, they're blocking the way. Okay. How did I not run into that guy? Oh? Okay. For some reason my wounds healed when I took a sip from this pond. Maybe it's some kind of magic water. It doesn't work a second time, though. That's good to know. Getting a lot of fangs. Oh! Just step aside, Sylvia. Looks like we have a new guest. You came just in time. Welcome to our little party. I am your host, Julius. Very soon, other students are going to arrive, and you'll have no choice but to give us what we came here for. Julius, bossy, these kids think they can fight us. Hilarious. That's quite bold of you to say that, Alyssa. You don't stand a chance. We'll crush you. Please, we just want the flowers. Give us a few and we'll be on our way. Pon. Why would I not intervene? Hold it right there! Move any further and I'll cast another spell on him. Forget it. Why don't we skip to the fun part and get this over with? Are you gonna burn the... Oh, no! Julius, bossy, just look at their faces. No more flowers for you guys. Let's go. I don't want to waste any more time with them. Wait, did you get flowers, or did you just burn, like, everyone's flowers? Why are you doing this? What have we ever done for you to sabotage our grades? You have no idea what you're getting into, don't you? What a pity. You think becoming a Lawmage is a walk in the park, huh? Everything will work out if you do what is expected from you. You're all naive and weak. I'm doing you a favor by sparing you the humiliation of withdrawing from the academy. Julius, before we go, let's leave a gift for these children. Why don't you cast that spell I told you about? This is the perfect time to test it against humans. Here's a little something to keep you company on our behalf. Did he turn into a monster? One of these days I'll swear they'll get what they deserve. My name is Alyssa, and this is my friend Panelius. I know this might be too much to ask, but we need your help. Pon won't be able to go far at this state. He definitely can't fight either. Our best chance of getting out of here alive is to go slow and take out these bats one at a time. Will you help us? Sure. I'm sorry for being a wimp. Alyssa, if only I had the talent and intelligence to learn a lot of spells, then maybe... It's not your fault, Pon. Why are you calling him Pon? I promised to protect you, and so far I've failed. I won't let it happen again. Just hang in there, okay? We'll get you to safety first, and then we can deal with Sylvia later. Okay, so new party member, Alyssa. You're part of Drake too. The ribbon is identical. Oh, what was I saying? Okay. If you pick the female player at the start of the game, would you start with a ribbon instead of a tie? I think I'll stick with that for now, because I feel like she's only a temporary party member for now, so maybe holding that onto that would be better. In Tarua. Or in Artura. It's a nature spell, so probably earth elemented. She's grade 3 too, so at least I'm not underleveled right now. What the heck happened there with the camera? So it's her turn. You guys are flying, and this game seems to go by Pokemon logic, so this probably won't do... Nope, okay, that worked perfectly fine. That doesn't use too much MP either. Oh, I just realized what those like little hexagons below the health bar are. Those are the enemy's weaknesses, and as you discover them, they like stay there permanently, so you can like remember them. That's really smart, actually. Wait, why am I walking again? Oh, because I have to take it slowly, right? You know what would be kind of funny? What if that other kid, like, was in your party for this, but he was, like, permanently paralyzed or something? Eek! Oh, that was the bat saying that. Okay. Should I heal here? They didn't say that restored mana, so... We still don't have a water spell, so we can't really use that. I'm sorry for slowing everyone down. Because of my injuries, we have to risk getting caught by the fire. It's my fault. It's not your fault, Pom Pom. Sylvia set the glade on fire, not you. Besides, you know I could never leave you behind. We made a promise, remember? Yeah, thanks, Alyssa. It's sunset. We should head back and inform Lawmage Zelka about what happened. You kids finally showed up. Everyone else returned to the academy already. You know, I have a feeling she's going to praise Sylvia for, like, being intuitive with, like, how to get the flowers or something. Professor, we have something to tell you. 3 students burned and destroyed the Arashi flowers, making it impossible for everyone to complete the mission. Their names are Sylvia, Julius, and Bossy. Not only that, but they have also injured Penelius by casting a lightning spell on him. Is that so? Don't worry, I'll take care of the fire. As for your accusations, you better have some proof. Professor, Penelius is right here and he can barely walk. Isn't that enough proof? That doesn't prove anything. He could have been injured by monsters. However, assuming that what you said is true, did I not explicitly say that you must complete this mission at all costs? Yeah, that's what I thought. But what did you do when they were about to burn the flowers? Did you defend your objectives with your lives? Or did you just stand there? I mean, I intervened. We couldn't do anything, man. We thought we were not allowed to fight our classmates. Pathetic. Can't even defend a bunch of flowers, and how can I expect you to defend a person, or a village, or a city? You hesitated at the very last moment to use whatever force necessary to complete your mission. For that, you are a failure. Do me a favor, go home. And you do not deserve to be law mages. That's not fair. Let's go, Pon Pon. There's no point arguing. You are weak, that is bottom line. I want you to go back to your dorm and think about whether being a Lawmage is for you. This is not a very good start. Oh, it's too late. Okay. Wow, this is a very interesting game so far. I'll see you folks next time. Thanks for watching.